A myst-like is defined generally as a first-person walking puzzle simulation with atmospheric, uneasy elements to it. Almost liminal vibes. Myst probably wasn't the first game in the genre, but when I say Myst, most people know what I mean. Think about The Witness or the Talos Principle. These games exist to fulfill a need for beautiful, thought-provoking narratives without necessarily giving away everything happening in the world. I'd prefer to call them Witness-likes, since that game changed my life, but I don't make the rules. Actually, I do, but we're still going to call them Myst-likes. So, welcome to episode 2 in an ongoing series called Decrypting the Puzzle, where I look at different Myst-like games you probably haven't heard of and play them in order to recommend them to you. Or not. If you like what I do, let me know. And if you don't, let me know. I'm the Witless Principal. Viewfinder is a game that I found recently and have not stopped thinking about. I'm very excited for it. So much so that it jumped to the top of my list of games to play, and I'm ready. It's developed by Sad Owl Studios, who made the Steamworld games, and I haven't played them, but I do love steampunk, and published by Thunderful Publishing. It has some very positive reviews, and you may have played this, but I haven't, so let's jump in. Welcome to Viewfinder. This is how it starts. So we're just gonna jump right in.
Great, we're in. Time to explore.
Okay. Oh, I can sit. Yo. I love a sit mechanic. Oh, I can jump. Okay, I can rewind. That's it. Oh, it's beautiful so far. I'm afraid the butter flavor is a work in progress. We're coating pillows to watch the footage. Popcorn next. There's no time like the present. You can build anything and yet you start to build a lab. I'm assuming we are in...
To think all the wonders of the world can be dabbled with as long as you build the right space. Whether Hiraya wants to admit it or not, Mirren is truly brilliant. Now, how do I get out of here?
Oh, it has spatial sound. I love that. I knew it did, but sometimes you don't trust those things. Was it just telling me how to jump? I already knew that.
What is this place? I've never seen this much overgrowth before. It's beautiful. Is this what it used to look like? The world? Whoa, you okay? Your vitals look good. I guess we know now that falling doesn't hurt. That's some good news at least.
Oh.
There must be a way to get back up there. Oh, yo, what? That's sick! What's an old photograph doing here?
Oh.
Hang on, did you just shift reality?
Whoa.
glad you made it in one piece.
That's incredible. Oh, this game's so smart.
It's almost working. Looks like we need one more. Well done.
This game is very intelligent, and I like that. I'm excited to see how it explores this concept more.
That doesn't look right.
Oh. So far, so good on not feeling sick.
Whoa, this place definitely feels different than what we've seen so far. It looks like someone really settled here. It's really nice. I wish I could be in there with you.
I love when there's like an underlying secret or like story that's happening. Like, remember to water your plants. Like, I don't think that this person that I'm playing as knew the people that was in this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that we just like discovered this and we were like, ah, this is ours now. We're taking this. I need a bridge. There we go.
Follow the gray brick road.
And if that's the case, that we didn't know the people, I'm interested in how we found this. Or am I a thief? Or am I some sort of just person wishing that the world still looked like this?
Maybe there's a surface you can use to climb up there.
I don't know a world that looks like this, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist in the future, right? And then things go awry.
I need to understand. This place, beautiful as it is, carries so much weight. There is promise here. Promise of a future we can surely achieve. Even now, I'm striving to reach heights I never thought possible. All that I hope is that everything we do here continues to have meaning out there as well. For our sake, for Mirren's sake.
It's very Talos Principle-y what he just said. The idea of like the thing that we're creating has greater impacts on the outside world if we let it. wonder if I
It's
can
alive. It's alive!
wonder if I can take photos with me.
Yeah, too much? Yeah, cool.
No. Wonder if I can line it up. That's better.
Oh, that's unusual. So the photo is acting a bit weird. Can you hear me?
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Welcome back. A little too soon for my liking, but happy to have you. Seems like the simulation had some difficulty maintaining itself. We might need to reroute our power sources to keep it running. Bummer, but that's what we get for messing with old tech. Don't worry, love. We'll get it sorted, and then it's off to the races with you. Who knew it'd be this tricky to get ancient tech back in working order? Just look at all this junk lying around. The normal too! Excellent. Should be smooth sailing from here. Hopefully.
Stop messing with the teleporter. I love that transition. Anytime it rewinds like that, that's me, just so we know. Sometimes I just press circle for fun.
Close your eyes.
I don't know if I should. Is this payback for making you mix new soil compositions all day?
Haraya.
Please, Hiraya, have you ever known me to be the vengeful sort?
Okay, sige.
Wow. Breathtaking, honestly.
Oh, it's marvelous. Ang ganda.
See? I told you.
The colors. How long did this take you?
Now, that would be telling. Art should retain some mystery, no?
Ayun, I found it. Now this was a funny one. Not your
Wow.
usual style.
You could say I was stretching my creative muscles.
Oh. No record for this one? Very Doom. Oh.
Your mind is limitless. This was fun.
Few things make me happier than when you say that here.
Wow. I hope this isn't just a game of the devs showing off. Because I love this. I can't wait. I love it. I want so much more. And by the devs showing off, I just kind of mean like the puzzles not being like extravagantly hard or not getting any more complex than that. Or it feels like there's a lot to this game, and I hope that I'm correct in that assessment, because if I'm not, that's a shame. If that makes sense. Let's see how much of a challenge it is. Forgot I can't just backtrack, I have to rewind. Nice. Might have just been for the collectible. Did you like that? That was so smooth. Oh, was that it? I loved that. Well, I literally can't get enough of this game. The music is excellent. The story is really interesting so far. It looks like there's a world that is red and maybe on fire, like the Smash Mouth song, and these people created something within this and we're trying to figure out maybe what it is or how to obtain it. I absolutely want to keep playing this on my own, and then I'm going to come back with a review, so stay tuned for that. It seems like there's a lot more to this game, and I can't wait. I really can't. This person's puzzle design is very similar to the Witness in a lot of ways, where you have to line it up in order to make it work. Like
Nice
that.
one. Huh? That's weird. Sorry, the simulation.
Okay, so I kept playing Viewfinder after I had stopped recording because I was obsessed with it. I honestly think that this game could be a whole video on its own with a deep dive into the story, the lore, and the very excellent ending, or at least what I would assume the ending is. We'll get there. To call this a perfect Myst-like would be to take away what makes the game its own thing. It navigates through terrain in a 4D concept, and it does this flawlessly. The puzzles are unique, enchanting, and lead to secrets if you look hard enough or break the right wall, literally and figuratively. I am so in awe of the people who conceptualized this game, and how this game could even function. It's so well made, and every option for progressing the puzzle can be valid, which is so fascinating. Like, yes, there are some puzzles where it's like, no, this is very clearly the answer, but there are a lot of puzzles, especially when you're beginning to learn a mechanic, which is just like, have fun and figure it out for yourself. It's really cool in that way. I love when a game has a concept and then does that concept well. I think that that's why I like puzzle games and why I enjoy reviewing them. It's either you've done this well and here's your praise, or you did not do this well, but I understand why. I don't always understand why, I'm not perfect, but I try. Anyway, over the course of the game, you meet, quote unquote, a bunch of researchers through their recorded interactions with one another, via voice or, like a record basically, and you learn how they begin to interact with one another. Their goal as scientists? Solve the climate crisis. Topical. Tropical. You and your friend Jesse found this piece of equipment leading into these old worlds and puzzles in this almost outdated technology in the near or far future, and it's your job within this simulation to find the weather disruptor schematics and solve the climate crisis in the real world. You see, the outside world, outside of the simulation you're in, it's not good. Can you find the weather disruptor? Does it even exist? You also meet a great cat character who acts as an omnipotent narrator, a computer-simulated being named Kate, C-A-I-T. It's like cat, but with an I in it, like AI, like C-A-I-T, like artificial intelligence. So I got it immediately, but I'm making sure you get it. I played about half the game, I would say, and the second that Kate showed up, I just started petting him every time that he appeared, wherever that was. So yes, you can pet the cat, and yes, he's very cute. I think if I had any critique, it's that even though I love how the puzzles build up in complexity, which is what makes an excellent puzzle game, the teaser of breaking the game with photos and going back into your apartment or studio or wherever that is and seeing the exact camera that you'll eventually use only to not be able to use the camera itself or even have the thought, oh, I should pick this up and take it with me for more puzzles. And then you just have all of these puzzles where you don't have a camera. It's frustrating. I wanted all of the power immediately. I admit it. It's like me. I'm looking for a critique here. You do eventually get a camera in the third act as seen here, and it's great, and it's actually not the camera in your apartment. I lied to you 30 seconds ago, but it's tantalizing. This is a personal gripe, but the game was really well made. The reason I didn't finish it, and the reason I don't know what the ending is as much as I wanted to continue playing it, and I still do play it. This is weeks later at this point that I'm recording this voiceover. I am still playing it. I play it for about 30 minutes, and I get sick. And when I mean sick, I mean sick. And again, I, as the person that is doing this, and it's my responsibility to say, as the advocate for people who want to play puzzlers that are third person because it does not take away from the world that you're in, I am always wishing for a third person view. I know that with this game it kind of makes no sense because you are doing things that require you to see the photo that you're taking, but I wouldn't mind the first person for I'm looking in at this photo and where I'm going to place this piece of the world. I'm looking into the viewfinder, literally, of this camera in order to take a photo. That's fine. I think it was just extra work that the developers probably didn't think to do, but that kind of accessibility really is helpful. I will not always harp on my need for accessibility, but I will say it at least once per video, and this is the time in this video where I am saying it. I know that there's no other character models other than Kate. I understand that, and I know that it's supposed to be me in the game, so why would you develop a character? I don't know. I'm just asking for it. Anyway, I will finish it someday, and I know that the ending is lovely because they've been hinting at what happens in the later levels. I'm very excited to get there whenever I get there. I just haven't yet, and there's a reason for that. The game makes me sick. But I really cannot recommend this game enough. The story is engaging, the puzzles are thrilling, and the mechanics are fascinating and truly constantly evolving. If you are looking for a Witness follow-up, this is the game. It's fun. It's fun, it's puzzles, it's mystery, and it's perfect for this series. Welcome to Gadget, Invention, Travel, and Adventure. 8 o'clock West End Hotel Slow Slop. That's what they called me in high school. This game is Gadget, Invention, Travel, and Adventure. At least, I think it is. This might be the remake from 4 years later called Gadget, Past and Future. Why don't I know? Because when I downloaded the game, it gave me both, but when I opened the game, I'm not sure which one loaded. It was a long, way too loud cutscene with trains, boy howdy, we'll get to the trains, with no information or title sequence, and then I just got dropped into the game. Nothing, no way to start, just it was already started. Either way, it's the same game except the remake apparently had some graphical fixes. This game was made by Japanese studio Synergy Incorporated and directed by Haruhiko Shono. This is the first time we're hearing that name in this series, but I can guarantee it won't be the last, much to my chagrin. I literally have no idea what the story is about, so let's find out together. I guess you can tell I do know what the story is about. I'm recording this after. It just dropped me into the game. I love it so far, actually. Let me see if I can... No. I don't know how to make that full screen. Anyway, this is a game by Haruhiko Shono, as I said in the intro. Yes, I do sometimes write the intros before I start recording. Oh God. Please be certain not to forget your luggage. Mr. Slow Slop awaits you in the lobby. Where's my luggage?
This is a flash news report. Sometime before dawn this morning, scientists at the National Observatory sighted a comet, which is now fast approaching the center of the solar system. The comet passed above Pluto's orbit yesterday and is heading towards Earth. Efforts have been initiated at the observatory to determine the comet's exact orbit, and a study of possible countermeasures has been scheduled. I repeat.
Okay. luggage. I'm gonna... Okay. Oh, there you are. Boy, howdy. Oh. Nice. Put that journal away so nobody looks at it. This room is being redecorated. I must ask you not to come in. Sorry, your wind is a little loud for me. Okay. Alright. Can't go in there. This hotel has a very loud ambiance. So as you can see, this is a point-and-click adventure game. So it's a little different than, well, I think Myst, the very first Myst, was point-and-click. Although do not quote me on that because I don't know. I haven't played it. But hello, child. That child stole my luggage. I'm calling it now. I'm literally calling it now. That child took my luggage. Boy. You just always look the same, huh? I guess no one's coming to help me. What I want you to do, I explained the other day on the phone. You'll establish contact with a scientist named Horse Lover. That's just my friend, Carly. Look at the photograph here on the table. Yep, there they are. Third person from the left. I called it. I literally called it already. I was like, that one's Horse Lover. Oh. I wanted it to get taken. Go to the West End station and catch the train for East End. Get off at the Museum of Science. No need to report. I'll be in touch. Okay. Bye. Thanks for the ticket. Wow, I loved that transition. There's a sign I want to read. Guess I missed it. One left. Yes, there it is. Left. The Nova Express is no longer in operation. That's a shame. Can't leave. Oh. Hello. You're so scary. This is the train for East End? Excellent. I like that you move with me. Jesus. Lucky for you all, when I edit this, I can make it quieter, but oh my goodness. I have to like turn myself up just to hear myself. Okay, we're going to the Museum of Science, everyone. No. He wants me to get off at East End, that's right. Hello. My pupils dilated and my cheek muscles twitched, saliva flowed like it had never stopped, and the blood curdled in my veins. Electricity shot down my spine, and when I was numb from top to toe, a purplish rash came out on my thighs and groin. To a metallic whine, the pain drilling through my skull, I began slowly to drift into unconsciousness. Great story. What about you? What's your story? Wilhelm, Charles, George, John, Constantine, Thomas, and Horse Lover. Every single one of those scientists is as mad as a hatter. That talk of a comet colliding with the Earth is just nonsense. Okay. I have no control over anything. I don't get off here. Why are you making me get off here? The train will remain here a few minutes to adjust to schedule. Please hurry. What am I doing? Oh. Yes, I know Horselover quite well. We work together at the National Academy of Science. These days, Horselover and Charles are putting together exhibits for the Museum of Science. Why don't you stop at the Museum of Science? It has its own station, so you can get off there. I was told to get off at the East End, but, you know, I guess I'll just get off at the Museum of Science. I mean, what else do I have to do? Is that what I got off the train to do, was for you to tell me to get off at the... Yeah, rock and roll! Oh, there's new people. Oh, I can look out the window, that's cute. I'm looking for a man who escaped from the hospital. He's got a handlebar mustache and beady eyes. No danger of him hurting anybody, but he's an out-and-out pervert. Can't have him running around as free as the breeze. I'll keep an eye out. Is it this guy? Nope. I think the coffee was drugged. Next thing I knew, I was tied up in a chair. This tall guy starts talking to me, and he's laughing all the time. I don't remember much after that. Sound of a machine starting rang up through the room. A lot of whirling lights came together in one sheaf. Then shafts of light stabbed into my optic nerves. Alright, bud. Sounds like you got abducted by aliens. What's your story? He's been collecting parts. Just junk, really. puts them together and makes these strange machines for display at the museum. What they've got in mind is hard to guess. Okay. Oh. What a clear vision. I can't stop that. Oh, it's coming right for the train. You know, I looked up the musical composer for this game before starting to play it just because I was interested, and I was like, oh, what else has he done? He's done visual novels, like dating novels, dating sims. But the only composition I'm hearing in this is like alien sounds. And this beat, wild to me. I'm gonna be a heckin' speedrunner of this game. I'm blasting through it, maybe, or not. I have no idea. Horselover insists that the Earth will be destroyed in a collision with a comet. This is just Don't Look Up. This is just that movie, the Lars von Trier movie, Melancholia. This is just Melancholia. They've all been brainwashed by him. They're just tools in Horselover's hands. Okay. What's real and what's fake? Who knows? Ooh. Ooh.
Slow slop here. The situation's changed. I've something else I want you to do for me. Horselover's got 6 people under him. You've got the photographs I gave you of those scientists, right? I want you to keep them under surveillance. Give me reports on what they're researching and why. I'll get in touch with you again later.
Okay, so I'm not helping him move to a farm. Am I getting back on the train? I don't know what that means. That was a very long video. Okay. Another curtain over here. Hello. Have you taken a close look at the exhibits? They're all old-fashioned machines. We fixed them up so that they work. Fixed. For example, this apparatus here is called a sensorama. A sensorama! It was developed to make prisoners of war tell all. Oh. We've reworked it so that we can use it as a machine that draws out latent powers. Why don't you start her up? I don't trust you, but why not? How do I start her up? There we go. Trippy. Excellent. Sometimes the circuits short out. Take that battery out of the sensorama. When we get this sensorama finished, we can store the memories of chosen people as data. Together with Horselover, we've done a series of experiments. Horselover should be in the East End. I'll get in touch with him about you. If you're in a hurry, use the light plane on the second floor. What just happened there, that was the entire, like, 5-minute intro sequence, except it wasn't a cutscene between things. Am I flying the plane? That's pretty cool. There won't be a flying minigame. Yeah, I can't control anything that's happening. We're just watching a movie. What's your favorite thing about oceans? The color brown. Well, who's your favorite lipstick? I watched some Rugrats recently. That was a blast from the past. Did you know that they went to Las Vegas? And in the episode they called it Slots Vegas. There's your fun plane facts for the day. Now to land in the middle of the desert. The middle of the absolute desert, everyone. Here we are. I had so much fun in that plane. Let's do it again. Just kidding. Am I gonna get hit by the train? No. Thanks for stopping for me in the middle of the desert. Okay. I'm gonna pause this here. I don't know if I'm done recording for it. But you get the general gist of what's going on. I know that on Time to Beat it says that the game's like 2.5 hours, so I'm probably gonna just play the whole thing to completion, and then I'll come back with my thoughts. So, stay tuned. In a lot of ways, This game reminds me of a visual novel game, which makes me feel better and now also understand why the composer for this would go on to work on many different visual novel games, especially for the PS2. Interestingly, it's hard to categorize this game as a puzzle game, but I feel that many have been part of the intention. There is a mystery here, and you know that that's like my catchphrase. I like saying that there's mysteries in every puzzle game because there should be, and in this case, there is. We certainly are shown a comet, and we are told there's a comet that is trying to be covered up, but what if it hits the Earth? And we just have to put the pieces together as the player to determine whether or not we believe that. But then it starts to happen regardless of if we believe it. It's hard to explain. This game is a point and click about the future of humanity, about the hope for mankind when met with an impossible challenge, a game about trains. A lot of trains. Dude really loved trains, and especially how they can turn into other trains, and especially how they can turn into spaceships. However, just because I like point and clicks and I really like visual novels does not mean that I loved this game or that it's good. And in fact, I think that this game is fascinating, but I don't think it's good. And looking at it from the time period that it was released, 1993 and or 4 or 7, depending if it's the remake, it's a marvel that it got made at all. It's beautiful in that terrifying aesthetic way that to this day has not been recaptured. There are games that are like it, but there's no games that are recapturing it in the same way. Limitations help extend creativity, in my opinion. When I'm writing a song, I give myself limitations on theme or on key or on melody, so that way I'm forced, or on instrumentation, so that way I am forced to use what I have given to me in order to make something good. That's why art is beautiful. But the story is vague, spooky, liminal, and not quite all there. Maybe that's why I played it all the way through. You know what this game reminds me of? The Flying Luna Clipper. It's weird and has a lot of random pauses. Kind of like my commentary. Interestingly, this game has a lot of mind control and a lot of deception, but it's hard to talk about because it would give away the whole plot. But there is a comet, or maybe there's not. You can decide when you play it, if you choose to play it. It's kind of hard to find. And this game does not have much outside of a very limited plot, so I do think that I'll leave you with a little bit of ambiance here before my rating. It is free to acquire and play online, and insofar as a relic of gaming and a precursor to Myst, as it was made before Myst, or at least I can believe that it was because that's how it lines up year-wise, I think that it's an important game. It has a captivating story, but also a slow one. The puzzles, if you can call them that, are very simple, and this is during a time period, yes, it was before Myst, but this is during the time period where puzzles existed. There's no excuse, really. This was go to point A, go to point B, and then maybe there's a puzzle. Ultimately, I enjoyed my time playing this, but it's nothing to write home about. 2 meteors out of 5. The next game we're going to be looking at is called Things Too Ugly, or the demo for it at least. Things Too Ugly just appeared at one point. It's really nice now that I'm doing this series that I get these games as ads on my social media, and so I'm just working with that instead of against it. I'm glad for it. Keep them coming. It's better than what I had before. It's developed by Professor Space Games and published by Baltoro Games. I don't know either of those companies, but I like how the demo looks, and I'm interested in seeing if it's as spooky as it looks. Let's jump in and find out. Dear valued Terabro Incorporated employee, congratulations on your promotion to join our third shift risk assessment and management team. As an incident data processor, you will work closely with an R&M supervisor to model prior incidents and determine alternative approaches that may yield more favorable outcomes in the future. You are important to the protection of Terabro's human and financial assets. To this end, remember never to share personal or identifying information with any other Terabro staff. Always adhere to your restroom and meal break schedule, and always input clean, accurate data into your terminal. Remember to clock in to begin your shift. Base game. I see. Terabro management, working hard, working safely. Working always, I quit. You can always refer to your training notes in the help menu. Gotcha. 1986. Good year. I was not alive. Press any key to begin. Yeah, good music so far. Okay. Terabro began encrypting sensitive information contained within the inter-office communications in 1955. Wow. It's not just for listening to music, the AM radio. Some pertinent information may be broadcast locally for staff, portable GPS unit. Still in its prototype stage, this unit is capable of displaying various locales held by Terabro. Enter a valid 4-digit location ID, commonly known as location, to display its corresponding map. Listen to your supervisor, they will instruct you over the intercom. Communications logs from your supervisor and others are saved on your terminal. Maintain anonymity and protect sensitive information. See reverse for diagrams and operating instructions. How do I see the reverse? It's gone. Oh, excellent. How do I... Rotate cord turning. Okay, gotcha. 8861, 95.5. Okay. Oh, that's not the radio. That beeping is not going to stop. I don't even know if you can hear it. Let's see. Let's turn it up a bit. You should hear that beep too. Oh. Telos. Shift codes. I can't type into this yet.
Hey, you awake in there?
I figured it out.
I know. The transition to the night shift
puzzle.
can be tough, but I'm sure you'll adjust in time. Everyone does. Or we hire another. Listen, we're going to work through a new stack of incident files and see how the updated software works. R&D says they've rooted out the bugs in the query system, so the data you input should better model past incidents. We'll see, I guess. I'll review each report as it comes through. You go ahead and get logged in, then begin processing the first file. The night courier dropped off 5, but don't rush. Remember, accuracy is extremely important if we're to prevent incidents of a similar nature. Okay, I'll leave you for a bit. Talk soon.
Okay. Now I need to figure out... My user ID is Telos, maybe. I don't know what my passcode is unless it's that. Okay. Crossroads. Got it. And the shift code will probably be on the radio.
If you're just tuning in, you're listening to It Came From the Ether, eclectic sounds from today's most infamous underground artists. As always, I'm your host CJ, and I'm here to help you get through the night shift. Our next song is a strange little number. Here's Ultrasonica by the Sundogs.
Yeah, this is so good. Sadly, I have to change it. Oh, I guess I don't. I can keep going, I guess. Oh, it's probably 8861. I was waiting for it to be on the radio. No? You're right, that was for this. Oh, no.
And at a fair price, too. Need service, repairs, or new tires? Head to Nelson's, just off Route 3 in Chester.
I gotta say,
If you're just tuning in, you're listening to It Came From the Ether, eclectic sounds from today's most infamous underground artists.
I
As always,
love
I'm your host CJ, and I'm here to help you get
this.
through the night shift. Our next song is a strange little number. Here's Ultrasonica by the Sundogs.
I'm so sad that there's not more to that. Just for a second. It reminded me of driving around at night in like Grand Theft Auto Vice City or San Andreas and just having like, what was it, Lips FM or Kiss FM? It might have been both depending on the game. Which was, granted, the one I would listen to because it was the one that had a lot of like folk and country music and singer-songwriter stuff, which is what I'm into. But just like riding around at night listening to that kind of music, listening to the talk radio, that like all of this stuff that was put into a game that people might just completely ignore. Maybe people just never listen to the radio when they're playing Grand Theft Auto because they're listening to their own music. All of this work put into a game just to be background fodder that might not even matter to some people. That's just fun for me. Maybe it's this thing. Let me try and decode that. Okay.
East. 7, 9, 1, 1.
Found it. Jeez.
7, 9, 1, 1. 7, 9, 1, 1. 7.
Okay. Incident File 12.1. Terebro intensified its search for natural resources in the late 1950s. Incident Files 12.1 through 5 contain important data regarding a series of events during and after a seismic test in the Mississippi River. Task 1. Which submersible watercraft was launched in the Mississippi River and at what depth? Task 2. Reproduce the conditions of the subsequent seismic thumper test. Okay. So, can I access the files now? Yes. That's the one thing I'll say so far. Is if I press, I'm using the arrow keys, if I press the wrong one, like if I press up, it just goes to the computer, which is fine, but then I can't press down to get back to where I was. I'm just kind of stuck in this until I press control again, so it's a little annoying, but that's on me. Siren 4. Looking great after the pressure test, great to know. Is there a way to read this? Oh, there we go. False earthquake means true promise for local community. Can I move up and down? Nope. See, like, you're zooming in, but only straight forward. There's nowhere for me to move. Oh, hello. Residents of Chester, Illinois, like, if I have the shift button pushed down, I should be able to press, like, the arrow keys and not have it change areas, but have it, like, move around the board here. That would be ideal. Residents of Chester, Illinois experienced what was originally thought to be an earthquake, however, released an official statement explaining that the vibrations some felt as far away as St. Genevieve, Missouri, were caused by Seismic equipment placed in the Mississippi River. That's fun. The statement explains that the equipment was deployed to produce sine waves. Could reveal changes in geologic densities, presence of natural resources. There's no cause for alarm. Job creating resources. Interesting. Quick note for you. Remember the new thumpers can propagate 3 types of waveforms, sine, square, triangle. Each is for a different purpose. We do know for sure that 50% of the max hertz, can't recall it exactly, was the way to go. Be safe on Friday, fishing next week. Okay. Okay. We'll get there. Anything on the back of this? No. Anything on the back of this? No. Okay, I'm gonna go quick here through this. Oh my goodness. Let's push the test back. Okay. I'm not gonna try and pronounce any of these things. I can't. Let's go to the computer. Task 1, which submersible watercraft was launched in the Mississippi River and at what depth? Well, it was a Siren 4, that's for sure. Oh, I see. Values as feet. Okay. Be advised that prior to launching the most recent submersible model, its cabin must be pressurized on-site to test for leaks. Though we have already conducted this test in a facility tank, protocol requires a second test immediately before staff board for a descent. Pressurize to 4 atmospheres, twice as much as is required by the descent depth, then check for air leaks at hatch 4. 99 feet. Okay. Operator. Operators. I don't know what that means. That's for the sine wave. See, operation reference, operating frequencies, but none of this is relevant to these terms. I feel like it's descend. It's not 99 feet, it says 99 feet. Twice as much as is required by the descent depth. That would be here. Bottom of the lake. Looking great after the pressure test. Oh, I see. It's still not related. Okay. I just guessed based on what was there. Task 2, reproduce the conditions of the subsequent seismic thumper test. Okay. Measure. Whoops. My bad. I didn't mean to press anything. Oh no. I guess I got it wrong. I turned down the music while it plays. I'm gonna come back to where I was and we're gonna try again. Pause, please. Okay, we're back. Reproduce the conditions of the subsequent seismic thumper test. Okay. So the operators, the data type is the waveform, and the value is the hertz. Now, I can get that one and that one easily, the data type and the hertz, because the data type is a sine. I know that, because that's what it says here in this. It said, no, it says it somewhere. I know that it's a sine wave. It says it somewhere. And then it says that the voltage for a sine, or the hertz for a sine is min-max 24 to 480. I don't know. 50% of the max hertz, so 240. Data type is sine. The operator, no, I'm not sure. I don't know what these different words mean. Propagate, amplify, read, destroy, measure, decay, modulate, maintain. See, my brain says that it's read and measure, but I don't know. Muscle, descent. Oh, I see. I understand why it's 33 now. That's my bad. Thumper propagate. Is that one of the words? Yes. Oh. I didn't mess up. That's just to the end of the demo. I was so frustrated. I was like, I'd had the ability to get things wrong, and it wasn't a big deal. I know I had everything right that time. I'm not even concerned about it. That's just the end of the demo. Okay. Okay, let me gather my thoughts. I don't love where that ended, but I really love what I'm seeing, if that makes sense. Like right off the bat. But let's listen to me, who has written a script, talk about it, because they're going to be much more eloquent about this than I will be, I think, in this moment. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, here's the review. So I really liked this. I am very excited for the full game to release, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. As I was talking about during the gameplay, I love the radio mechanic. I'm really excited to see other ways where they make that work, as well as ways they use the decoder and other puzzle mechanics that we haven't even seen yet. I'm also just excited to hear what other music they add to the game. Hit me up if you want some really good music, because I would love to add some in. I also can't wait to hear, hopefully, random DJs on the radio reach out with an encrypted message for us without anyone knowing what that is, or that that's what that is. Like, oh, DJ Stephanie's like, and now a listener named 43AB216 requested the song, file those files, and it's like, oh, nobody understands that reference except for me, the player in the game, because nobody is even if there is somebody trying to uncover the files of the game that I'm playing, nobody's going to know that that's for me, right? Like, it's just very cool. I'm excited for hopefully more interactions in that sort of way. And if you are a dev, feel free to take that idea, but at the cost that you have to reach out to me and use one of my songs on the radio, because I have radio-ready songs and I would love them to be in your game. That's what I was expecting anyway, is that sort of thing to happen, and it didn't happen, so I'm excited for it to happen, hopefully. I really like when games take place in one space, like a desk. Think original FNAF, right? Because that means that the answers to all of the questions and all of the problems have to be in this space that my character is occupying. It puts the onus on me to be willing to dig through documents and find the answer. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of the production Sleep No More. For those who don't know, Sleep No More is an immersive theater production in New York City where you aren't seated, but rather given permission to wander around an expansive, I believe, 5 to 6 floors of immersive storytelling. You, as the audience, wear a mask and you are not allowed to speak. You can follow the characters as they go around to different areas, sometimes dragging 1 or 2 people into a room to tell them a secret coded message, and otherwise you can just explore these floors. There's so much to see, and you don't have to follow anyone. You can read post-it notes on the walls. You can rifle through drawers. You can read the books. You can examine the things on the tables, in the pockets of jackets, etc. Sleep No More is a puzzle meant to be decrypted. Hey! I think that this game has a really good vibe. And though I disagree with how the demo ends, because I know I got the puzzle right, and so therefore know that that's the end of the demo, and I wish it was explicitly stated that that was the end of the demo, not that I got it wrong, so that was the end of the demo, so some of us wouldn't have to then skip through an unskippable cutscene with our supervisor in order to get back to that exact same part of the puzzle, only to find out that they just cut the gameplay short instead of actually ending the demo in a reasonable way. I am very excited to see what's next when the full game releases, and you know that I will play it here. The last game we're going to be looking at for this video is the freshly released Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Now, this has been on my radar for a few weeks, but I bit the bullet instead of waiting for a sale, and I bought it at full price, immediately deciding to do it for this series, for this second video. While this game isn't first person, which I say at the top is a qualification, I do think that it is an adventure, exploration puzzle game, and it seems right up the alley for horror lovers, suspense lovers, Myst lovers, and in general, the people who would watch this video. So, hello. This game has overwhelmingly positive reviews, and it came out in May. But it only has 691 reviews as of the writing of this script. One review says to go in blind. Too late. I did watch the trailer, and if you haven't played it yet, this is me saying to you, too late. You've seen at least a little bit of it. With so few reviews, I'm betting only a few of you have heard of it. It remains to be seen, pun intended, if that's a shame or not, but I'm betting just based on the trailer that it will be. This was made by the people who made Sayonara Wild Hearts, which I haven't played but I've heard is fantastic, and published by the excellent Annapurna Interactive. Even though I can't say it right, I am a huge fan of Annapurna and the things that they put out. So let's give it a look and see what this game is all about. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is what they called me in high school. Is this a point and click? My controller's not working, so let's assume that it's a keyboard. Oh. Never mind. Got it. I like this music a lot. Anyway, let's just jump right in. I'm excited to see what this is about. Oh, it has just started. Oh. Oh my goodness. Well, that's me. It looks just like me, actually. Weird. Car is locked, but I have a car key. Look in the glove compartment. Oh. Cool, this game is to find the truth. Play in a quiet and dimly lit environment with pen and paper at hand. Okay. I have a piece of paper and a pen right here, actually. It's my journal, but I don't mind. I can take a page of it. I'll do some scratching in it. Game requires knowledge of real-life systems like the 24-hour clock, Roman numerals, Arabic numbers, and other such-like concepts. Part of this game deals with and depicts sensitive subjects and themes. Player discretion is advised. Directional input. Buttons. Pressing the button will allow her to introspect. Oh, okay. That's what that screen was. A photo fell out of the instruction manual. Look at the photo. Oh! Fun photo! Read the letter. Signorina, as discussed, I am expecting your arrival at Hotel Letzes Jar on January 7th next year. Okay, it's 1963. This project is my magnum opus, the mother goose of all birds. It is my firm belief that you can help me transcend the limitation of art for humans. We will put on a show for the eyes of the cosmos. Who are you? That heckin' guy from The Evil Within 2? Oh, who's R. Nero? Okay. Go back. Listen to the radio. This bop was made for me. I wish that games that had really good music would just let the music play in the background of the game. Like, if this was playing in the background, I would really enjoy it, and instead it's something that I can only listen to. Okay, it won't start. Leave the car. That I can lock. That I can only listen to in the car, right? Like, sign has been erected by the National Heritage Board, is maintained by the Augenwaldberg Resident Association. The trees of this forest consist of members of the... I can't read that. Oaks, chestnuts, beeches. Badgers, bats, deer, wild boars. The forest is Central Europe's largest colony of boreal owls. We're in Central Europe. That makes sense. It's a home to a myriad of legends and mysteries. Reports of ghosts are plenty, and many visitors have tried to find a fabled treasure, but whether or not it has existed is unknown. What mysteries will you find here? Good question. It's too late to go back. Okay. Every button does that. by the way. Let's go right. Let's go right. It's locked. I don't. Don't have a key to the cemetery. Left. The hotel's the destination, so I have to visit everything on the way. It's locked. Letter slot in the door. Tickets is scribbled in red paint below the slot. Yeah. Unlock the caravan. Boy, she's nosy. She just wants to unlock everything. I like how well she walks, and what I mean by that is, like, she walks at a good pace. Okay, I'm gonna go over here first, though. Okay. I don't know how to leave the puzzle. Oh. Hello, Buppy. You're so cute. I love this dog. Rudy. I love you, Rudy. Okay, it's 1963. It's January 7th, 1963, I believe. I gotta double check that. Yep. Oh, love that. Lock gate, feed dog, right hand written notes. There's a typed letter. You were expected clever, like the mouse who finds the fresh carrot among moldy cheese. Okay. Forgive the strange welcome with a locked gate and a black dog. We have to be sure to keep uninvited guests away. Meet me inside. Our journey 116 years back in time is about to begin. Okay. 116 is 7 5 13 7 4 1847. Past is the key to the future. What's this door? Shortcut. It's bolted. Of course it is. Oh. Interesting. No idea what that'll be. Yay, bite-sized gaming system obtained. Now I can play games on my phone. Like calculator. I have to get games so I can install games. I'm gonna try 1847 on every lock now. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't know what any of that means. Oh, it's math. We're mathing. Something equals 2014. Well, it's not that. 1411. 1922. I have opened the main gate, everyone. The game can begin now. I wonder if she's gonna lock it behind us and reset it all. Can I pet the dog? 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 Yes. Sweet Rudy. Okay, that's all I cared about. It's a good game. 10 out of 10. Artist. Creator. Okay. I'm gonna write these down. I'm actually gonna draw them. Fountain is in the middle. Fountain. Up here is artist. Creator. Let's see what the other two are called. Oh, there's something in this first. Hold on. Yes, money. Ugh, I love money. Dreamer. Magician. And the fountain, which doesn't seem to have a name. Yes, okay. Oh, that's why that happened. Got it. Okay. I think I'm ready. Bloody footprints. She doesn't care about those. It's locked. It's 1847 again, everyone. I'm in the hotel now. I'm gonna play maybe like 15 more minutes of this, get more into the story. This is your warning if I didn't give you one earlier, which hopefully I did and wrote it into the script, but this is your other warning that if you don't want to be spoiled from the puzzles in the beginning, besides what I've done, I'm probably going to play forward another 15 minutes before just skipping around to some interesting thoughts and doing my review, so just be aware of that if you don't want to be spoiled. Okay, that's your warning. We're moving forward. Okay. Oh, there's so much. Has anyone seen my lost pages last seen in my typewriter January 13th? It's currently January... It's not the 7th then. But it was supposed to be the 7th. Interesting. Lost pages... Jan 13th. There's a substantial reward for finding all 9 of them. 9 lost pages. I am staying in room 1963. Room 1963. Okay. Exhibition, open all day, free admission, 2nd floor. God, welcome to Exhibition Hall. Mixed media work. Mixed? I don't know how much I'm supposed to be writing down, so mixed media work. of Lorelei Weiss. Is that me? Renate Schwarzwald. I saw that name. Himmelskorper paintings. I guess I could have done like a notepad or something, but I'm lazy. Like on the computer, so you could have seen it too, but... Oh. We welcome you, the real connoisseur, to see it all in the Red Gallery on the second floor. Have you taken the challenge to knowledge and are ready to step out into a world to true art? I am reading this backwards. I'm not looking through a mirror. Are you the foretold no Nocensmulier Nosensmulier. I wonder if that's me. Ghost tour. I want to do a ghost tour, please. Nightly ghost tour. Okay, so there's time stuff. There's timed stuff. Nightly. I want to go to the fortune telling magic show, free for hotel guests. Nothing there. I want to go to the quiz. Lost document tubes. Oops. 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 Bob Hamburger. I'm assuming you're reading this. You want to change the title to Laser Eyes? So that's the basement. That's a coffee maker. Oh, it's a math problem. Tbilisi. I don't know what that is, though. Oh my goodness. This is the answer to that. Oh. I will not do that yet. There might be other ways to spend money, and I don't want to get caught. Oh. Yes, wash your hands. Bladder is empty. Mommy, we need to find some money. A lot of early sketches and notes on the drawing board. One module cost 15. Estimated module cost? That's an answer. I'm not gonna draw that, but I am gonna write down the answer because that's pretty easy math. 75, 90, 105, 120, 135, 150, 165. Any hidden costs? You tell me. Oh, like blocks behind. That's my guess. Oh. Uh-oh. Now there's more happening. That's too much for me right now. Document tube. No. Chialare. That's this. Does it tell me which one? Tilhor. Very Jerry. Tilhor. Okay. Oh. Nice. I guess I'll save that memory, because I don't know what it stands for. Okay, I can't do anything else here right now. Books about numbers. Oh no, I'm so bad with numbers. Your shortcut to a quicker brain. Each puzzle can always be answered with a number between 0 and 99 and are all sure to challenge your gray cells. I hope this book will entertain and train your intellect. What is x plus y plus z? Okay. 2 plus 1 plus 5. 2 plus 1 plus 5 is 8. Oops. In an octagon-shaped room with 8 doors, the door to the north is marked with 0 with red paint, but someone has scratched away the writing on the southern doors. The 2 other northern-facing doors are marked 45 and 315. The door to the west is marked 270, and the door to the east is marked blank. What number is hidden behind the black bar? Octagon-shaped room with 8 doors. Okay. I'm gonna draw this one. Actually, Wonder if I can bring it up. Okay. We have 8 sides. Don't just pretend. Okay. The one to the north, marked with 0. Red paint. I don't think the red paint matters. I think that that's a red herring. Someone has scratched away the writing on all of the southern doors, so we don't know these. The 2 other northern-facing doors are marked 45 and 315. We don't know which one's which, just that it's the other 2 north doors. The door to the west is marked 270. Oh, so this one's 315. It's directions. So 45, 90. 90 is the number hidden behind the black bar. It's angles. Okay, that was good. I'm really glad I drew that because I needed the visual. Okay. In my left hand, I have half the total amount of coins I have. In my right hand, I have half of the amount of what I have in my left hand. The rest, 6 coins, are hidden away in my hat. How many coins do I have? In my left hand, I have half of the total amount of coins that I have. In my right hand, I have half of the amount. In my right hand, I have half of the amount of what I have in my left hand. In my left hand, I have half of the total amount of coins I have. In my right hand, I have half of the amount of what I have in my left hand. The rest, 6 coins, are hidden away in my hat. How many coins do I have? The rest, 6 coins, are hidden away in my hat. I don't know what the total is. Like, if the total is 12. Oh, that's what it's asking. No, because it doesn't matter what the 6 is. Maybe it does. Let me think. If I have 15 coins, no, it has to be an even number. If I have 14 coins, then I have 7. Oh. If I have 12 coins, then I have 6 in my left hand and 3 in my right hand, and then 6 in my hat, and that doesn't work. And it cannot be an odd number when it splits in half. It's not 20. I have to figure out what the number is here. I love this. This is really fun. If it's 24, then I have 12, and I have 6, and I have 6. That's it. It's 24. I never knew how to count Roman numerals. I mean, I knew, like, the easy ones, 1 through 100, but I didn't know, like, how to do, like, the year I was born, right? Like, that would be M, D, C, 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 L, X, 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 I. That's, you know, like, you're not gonna, like, I mean, I just figured it out, but I didn't know up until now. Strobogrammatics. Rotationally symmetric ambigram. When written with most standard characters, a strobogrammatic number can be rotated 180 degrees and appear the same. Numbers like 8, 11, 69, and so on are all examples of strobogrammatic numbers. Oh, I see. The most recent strobogrammatic years were 1881 and 1961, and the next is as far away as 6009. Good to know that that's a thing. Oh, money. Wow, this game has so much to it. Yay, finally some music. Oh, never mind. I started reading and they turned off. So far I like everything except for the lack of music. Thank God it stays. What was the year we were looking at? 1847. I don't need anything else. Oh, actually that's not true. 1963 was also a number, but... Oh, how do I get to the other side of this? Oh. Fun. That's a different story for another time. I don't know what that means. Nice, money. I didn't even see that, I was just pressing button. So if the numbers correspond with the secret passages, the shortcuts, right? Does that mean I will need... I think this is going to be the only thing that costs money. Let's get a couple. Yeah, yay. So you've seen me solve some puzzles in a book, not in the game, apparently. Truth recovered 8.3%. Stress level is low. Looking good. Feeling good. I love this haircut. I'm gonna pause it here and go into my review. You'll see more gameplay footage there, but just know that I'm gonna go into my review now. Thanks. Okay, this game is gorgeous. Visually stunning for such a simplistic style. This game really delivers on the premise of suspense and quasi-horror based puzzle solving. The horror isn't there at the start. It creeps up on you. There's a feeling of dread. There's a mystery, as I love to say, at this mansion, and it almost feels like an escape room. There are a ton of locked doors and places to figure out how to get there, or even if you can get there. Okay, my usual general review from playing about 2 hours is out the window because this game sucked me in. So we're changing gears. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is a journey about what is true and what is lies. This game is steeped in 19th and 20th century magic with a K. It's unbelievable, actually, how many references this game pulls from. This game takes inspiration from The Seventh Guest, Alone in the Dark, 90s point-and-click adventure puzzle games like Myst, of course, and then more obscure things like I just have a physical piece of paper for these puzzles and I scratched silver nitrate ? Across a different puzzle for this game because of the implications that they're the same. This is not really spoilers for the game, by the way, but spoiler alert for the book Silver Nitrate by Silvia Moreno Garcia from 2023. The main character in that novel is an avid lover of horror. Her and her on-again, off-again best friend discover that the best friend is neighbors with an obscure horror director from the 1970s and 1980s. Think of a Dario Argento type. The main character of the book asks the director about one of his films that has mysteriously disappeared or been lost to time or was maybe never made. Potentially just never made is been the consensus, but the director says that he discloses that he has only one scene remaining, that the whole film did exist and then it was burned, but that this one scene filmed on silver nitrate was never completed, and that they, the three of them, should finish the scene because the part that he was in was left unfinished and it would make him happy to see the whole thing done. Now, the trio spent time recreating the scene, learning lines, finishing it, and then they watched the whole thing spliced together because the main character works at a place that does movie dubs, I believe. I don't necessarily remember. That doesn't matter. Now, the novel becomes chaos at this point because the thing that they did was they effectively finished a magic spell. This is because within the film that never was in this book, it was being produced by a guy who was a believer in magic after having potentially maybe killed someone, it's not revealed, and wanted to find a way to live forever. In this game, there is a one-off newspaper where you could miss this, you might never find this, where someone working for the paper is interviewing a film director who may or may not be important to the story. I'm not gonna say. And they wish him luck with his next picture. And his response is, and I quote, "We're restarting cinema from the beginning, to the time when celluloid was magic, not for passing the time between hamburgers." Celluloid, much like nitrate, was used in the early production and filming of movies before the 1950s. Now, you might be like, "Wit, this is crazy. What does any of this have to do with the puzzle aspect? This is a puzzle channel, not a channel for you to start rambling incoherently about things that you've done with your life, or read, or played, or watched," and you're right. So let's talk more about the puzzles, and I will continue to fall off the deep end in this game. The puzzles are actually pretty challenging. I was maybe halfway through the game before I realized that I had an elevator that was broken that I could have fixed all along, and I had no idea how to do that. It was pretty obvious. I eventually got it. That was simple once I figured it out. But what happened after that was it started opening up all of these passageways into other places in the house that I didn't know existed, but sometimes I did know they existed. It depends on if you solved the puzzle to get the map. You can only get the map if you solve the puzzle to get one. And all of these puzzles, they're all unique, and they all eventually lead to other places and other art styles. I won't say where, why, or how, but eventually you end up in a few really just fascinatingly built places, and all of them are unique, and all of them serve a purpose thematically as to why they look like that. There is no wasted thought in this game. Everything seems placed for a reason. Statues, crumpled up pieces of paper, the furniture. There is no wasted moment. Even when you think you know the answer to a puzzle by using logic and reasoning, the game plans for this too. At one point, you end up in a pool room, and the 1, 8, 4, and 7 balls are missing from the pool table. There's also a grandfather clock that you can wind to a specific time. Now you might say, oh wait, that's 6:47 or 18:47 in 24-hour time. Perfect, and you're right, until one of the characters, the man, comes into the room, and he's like, oh, by the way, that's real smart of you, but the clock actually runs X minutes slow, and then you have to figure out what that time is. You have to adjust your puzzle solving skills. It's brilliant writing. The music in this game is sparse, and I'm a big music person. When it does exist, though, it's so important. As the game keeps going, the main theme changes in pretty unexpected ways, which almost makes you dread hearing the music at all. And then you start to wish for the music that was earlier in the game. It all makes sense in the story. I don't think I've spoiled anything here, so if this sounds interesting to you, if my rant wasn't enough to convince you, I'm begging you. I cannot recommend this enough. Please go play Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. It's probably going to be my game of the year 2024. I know it's still early in the year, but this game is stunning. I have dreams about it. I need to beat it. When I finish what I'm doing tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to finish the game because I'm really close. And I also really hope the team continues developing games. I wish that I was involved with this team. I really, really, really love this game. And I know I've said that before about games. I love this genre of game. It's why I do this series. But I really love Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. And I cannot believe that more people haven't played this game. So if you reached the end of this video, thank you for watching. Sincerely, these are so fun to make, and I cannot wait to keep making them. If you have any Myst-Likes that you're pacing around aimlessly, waiting for me to uncover, let me know in the comments. I have an ongoing list, and I will get to them, but I'm always searching for more. I'm your Witless principal, and I'll catch you in the next puzzle.